In 10th place, Tracy Davis. We start our list with Tracy Davis, who met her boyfriend through the relationship classifieds in a local newspaper. So far, so good. They started dating, and everything seemed beautiful, harmonious, and wonderful until Tracy's birthday arrived. Instead of being happy, she was deeply sad. The reason was her frustration over not being able to get pregnant. Her boyfriend tried to console her, expressed his love, asked her to stay calm, explaining that the arrival of a baby wasn't instant. He tried to calm her down, and then asked for a kiss. When the young man leaned in for the kiss, she was so upset that she delivered a violent bite to his tongue, ripping off 1/3 of the organ. The force needed to rip off a piece of the tongue is unbelievable. Despite the great mandibular force, just imagine the scene. After the incident, Mark never had a complete tongue again, and Tracy was sentenced to 3 years in prison. 1/3 of the tongue ripped off for 3 years in jail. In 9th place, Dominique Fisher. Imagine the following situation. You are at a bar, you meet an interesting girl, you have fun, you go home, and, an incredible night. The problem is that when you wake up the next day, you look at your stomach and find deep scratches made by a knife, spelling out Dominique. Can you imagine waking up to that surprise? Furthermore, he had other cuts on his body, a star-shaped one on his back and several injuries scattered across his shoulders near his arms. What an absurdity to sleep with someone and wake up with your body tattooed with a knife. The girl claimed that the man asked her to make the cuts. However, he never confirmed her version, stating that she acted on impulse. Oh, cut me. It's a desire. I don't know what. I really can't understand. In 8th place, Christina Polo Grax. This woman, at 28, was undeniably beautiful. However, she was completely gold digger. Her boyfriend was a rich, elderly man of 77 years old. You don't have to be a genius to deduce that she was just waiting for him to die to inherit everything, right? Apparently, she was not willing to wait and decided to find a way to speed up her partner's death. One night, the couple decided to drink heavily with wine, snacks, and, according to the narrative, a lot of sex. They became so intoxicated and disoriented that they lost consciousness. After ingesting an enormous amount of alcohol, the old man fell and passed out. The next day, he woke up with a terrible headache and realized that his body was covered in blood. When he looked to the side, he found his girlfriend passed out on the floor. He decided to call the police, thinking, "What a crazy night. I drank, slept, and woke up with blood everywhere and my woman unconscious." When the police arrived, it didn't take long to discover that the person responsible for the elderly man's injuries was the woman herself, who was faking the fainting spell. After all the confusion, she confessed that she tried to kill him using his cane. In a moment of rage, she grabbed the cane, tried to attack him, and then ended up passing out herself. Unbelievable. In 7th place, Tatiana Bastos. The next out-of-control girlfriend did something terrible to her partner simply because he didn't want to have relations with her. Tatiana went to pick up her ex-boyfriend from work. As soon as he got into the car, she tried to seduce him, making her intentions clear. She was intensely in the mood. However, the young man was exhausted and asked to wait. He had just finished work and needed some time. The girl became furious, insisting that the thing had to happen right then. It was then that she took a knife from her purse, stabbed and cut off the young man's penis. If any woman insists, don't give in to the pressure. But also, guys, don't do anything against your will. Her attitude was like, "You won't sleep with me? Then you won't sleep with anyone else." The outcome of this bizarre story was positive for the young man, who managed to have his penis reconstructed. Tatiana, on the other hand, was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. Thawasana Kiers in 6th place, Lorena Bobbitt. The next story took place in the United States in 1993. According to Lorena Bobbitt, she was constantly being abused and raped by her husband. To get revenge, Lorena waited for him to fall asleep, went to the kitchen, grabbed a knife, and cut off her husband's member. I am speechless trying to imagine the scene. She grabbed a serrated knife. To make matters worse, this woman ran with the penis in her hand to throw it far away to hide it. You will never see this again. After this craziness, she seems to have regretted it, calling the police. It took the police hours to locate the man's member, but luckily they found it, and the reconstruction surgery was a success. The penis has this capacity to be reconstituted. It's incredible. And the most ironic part of this story, guys, is the unexpected comeback life provides. This man who had his penis cut off and then reconstructed overcame everything in an unexpected way. He became a porn actor with his sewn-up member. What a twist. He became a legend. In 5th place, Kira V. If some are crazy enough to cut, imagine to blow up. Extreme crazy people exist. To better understand this story, let's go straight to Russia, a place where these incidents actually happen. A woman named Kira V. had been living with her boyfriend for over 2 years. Since they had been together for so long, she wanted to get married and even proposed to him. The young man reacted with surprise and refused, saying he would only marry again if it was with his ex-wife. How do you say something like that to a woman? What a lack of tact. Kira was furious with the answer and asked, "What do you mean you want to leave me?" "No, let's change your mind. Give me one last chance, one last night together." The fact is that after the proposal, the boyfriend no longer wanted the relationship, but ended up giving in to a last farewell night. Why? Right. That night, the boyfriend drank too much, and as happens to many drunks, ended up sleeping soundly. This was the perfect opportunity for the girlfriend to take advantage of and introduce fireworks where you can already imagine. Did he manage to recover what was lost? Hard to know. Probably not. And all that was left was a few small pieces stuck to the wall. In 4th place, Marinella Benet. The next story happened in Romania. In 2016, Marinella Benet was in a heated argument with her husband, which would be common in many marriages. However, she went too far, resorting to brutal physical aggression. She squeezed the man's testicle with her fingernails. And it wasn't just a squeeze. She ripped off his testicle with her own hands. The real reason for this absurd argument was allegedly because the husband yelled at her when she asked for help cleaning the house. "I'll clean the house with your testicle right here. Let's see if you'll clean the house now." The unbelievable thing is that they stayed together. They did not separate. He forgave her and everything, but with or without a testicle? Yes, without a testicle after all. It was all crushed in his wife's hand. In 3rd place, Larissa Courage. We now return to Russia to tell the story of Larissa Courage, a woman who became extremely angry because her husband came home drunk and with no money. He worked at a construction site and received a weekly salary. However, that day, he spent all his paycheck on drinks and arrived home empty-handed. The man arrived already stumbling, went straight to bed and fell asleep. It was at this moment that the woman slowly approached, put her hand in his pockets and wallet to look for the money, but found nothing, as he had spent it all. The nice wife, wanting to make her husband pay, decided to grab a drill. What would she dare to do with that drill, my friend Daniel Molo? Drill his testicles. And once again, we have a lucky man who had his organ attacked and, fortunately, managed to recover. No, drilled this time. Perforated. Yes. Which can still cause serious damage. God forbid I'm holding back tears. In 2nd place, Larissa Schuster. Larissa Schuster, also known as Acid Lady. It all started when she separated from her husband in 2002. The fights never stopped. They fought more when they were separated than when they were together. The woman wanted her ex-husband's death to get his money. In 2003, she set up an ambush and knocked her ex-husband unconscious. She is an expert. She planned everything. And what did she do with him after he passed out? Well, you won't believe it. The woman wanted to melt the body of her ex-husband entirely. And wanting, my friend, is power. She drugged him, took his body, and threw him into a container with over 200 liters of acid. Obviously, the man suffered and died. The Acid Lady ended up being sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. She will rot in jail. In 1st place, Rajini Narayan. Now let's go to Australia. In 2008, Rajini Narayan saw her boyfriend hugging another woman and immediately presumed she was being cheated on. No one likes to be cheated on, right? So she went to take satisfaction, but not with the guy himself, but with the guy down there. One more unbelievable case. While her boyfriend was sleeping, she poured gasoline on his intimate region and then set it on fire. Fire in the hole. The problem is that in this attempt to only hit the genital organ, she ended up burning 85% of her boyfriend's body, who unfortunately died shortly after. In addition to burning the young man, she also set the house on fire. She caused complete terror. After all this, she apologized, claiming that her intention was not that, but only to burn the genitalia a little so he would pay and feel the pain. It wasn't meant to burn him, just his penis. The worst part is that the infidelity was never proven. It was just a hug. This proves that the girl is completely out of control and freaked out over nothing. Well guys, this was the video. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't complain about your girlfriend. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel.